Students, a very good morning to you all and welcome to social science class. Last class we have seen up to mixed farming. In today's class we are going to see activity page number 127. Let us do. Help the farmer to reach his field. Look at the picture. You have to draw and send me as a homework. See, look at down. In order to eliminate the middleman between farmers and consumers, the government of Tamil Nadu introduced the new concept, namely Ulavar Sandai. Who is middleman? A man who buy a product from a farmer for a low rate and sell it in a market for a high rate. The man is called middleman. To avoid this, the government introduced Ulavar Sandai. Okay students, next we move on to next page 128. Water resources for agriculture. For agriculture, the main thing is water. From where we get water, we are going to see in this topic. Look at, there are no perennial rivers in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu depends on northeast and southwest monsoon. Hence, agriculture in Tamil Nadu is depend on groundwater. Central Groundwater Board CGWB monitors the level and nature of groundwater. What do you mean by perennial river? It means no constant water for years. It means one time the river have more amount of water and suddenly one time it has no water. It means there is no permanent river for agriculture. It is mentioned. Next, what do you mean by monsoon? Monsoon is the season in the southern Asia when there is a lot of very heavy rain. Our farmer depend on the northeast and southwest monsoon only. Look at the blue bold letters, Central Groundwater Board. See the abbreviation CGWB. What is abbreviation? The first letters of four are called abbreviations. What are they? Central Groundwater Board monitors the level and nature of groundwater. Next, look at irrigation. Irrigation is the supply of water to land or crops for the purpose of agricultural production. Irrigation means it depends on the supply of water of lands or crops as known as irrigation. Types of irrigation: well irrigation, canal irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, drip irrigation. How many types of irrigation? 4 types of irrigation. Okay, now we see first type of irrigation, well irrigation. Well irrigation has been practiced in Tamil Nadu for many generations. It is a less expensive type of irrigation. Well irrigation is the ancient type of irrigation. It is practiced for generations. For this, the amount we spend is very low. There are 2 types of well irrigation. First one is archaic well irrigation. Archaic means I have told you it is a very ancient one. And modern well irrigation. Archaic means only the power of man. We take water from a well and we get it into field. But modern well irrigation means by motors we take water and drop it to a field is modern well irrigation. Okay students, now we move on to second one. Page number 129, canal irrigation. Canal irrigation is the most important form of irrigation in India. Most of the North Indian canals are perennial. The main canal irrigated areas are in the northern plains. of India such as Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Bihar. Canal irrigation is important form of irrigation in India because most of the farmer depend on canal irrigation only. Most of North Indian canals are perennial. Perennial means I told you already it has no permanent water. One time it have high amount of water and suddenly one time it have no water. It is perennial. Okay. Now the most popular canal irrigated areas are Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Bihar. Okay, now green revolution. Look at the picture. Green revolution is a process which brought an increase in crop production by using new varieties of seeds, pesticides and new agricultural technique use. What is green revolution? It means they brought new varieties of seeds and pesticides means it is a medicines and agricultural technique use. New technique use they have introduced in green revolution. Look at down. Dr. M.S. Swaminathan of Tamil Nadu is known as father of green revolution in India. Who is a father of green revolution? Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. Okay students, now we move on to next page 130. Sprinkler irrigation. Sprinkler irrigation is similar to natural rainfall. Water is sprayed through pipes in the air through sprinklers. It is similar to rainfall. It is very common nowadays. A pipe sprays a water to a plant like rain is sprinkler irrigation. Next we move on to last, drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is a type of micro irrigation system that saves water and soil nutrients. In this system, water drips slowly into the roots of plants through pipes. Pipes can be either above the soil surface or buried below the surface. The water directly reaches the roots and minimizes evaporation. Drip irrigation is more beneficial because it spends only small amount of water. It drip water into a pipe and go on to a plant directly through pipe. The pipe may be either above the soil or below the soil. It doesn't matter. It reduces the amount of water and cost for the farmers. It is more useful and nowadays it is more popular students. Next move on to 131. Page number activities. Find out the following. One who produces food for us. Who is that? Farmer. It is used for ploughing. Ploughing means tractor. Okay students, the answer is tractor. It is used for spreading grain from hay. Answer is winnower. Look at down. Let us know. Animal husbandry is the branch of agriculture. It is to raise animals for meat, fur, milk, eggs and other products. It is animal husbandry is also a part of agriculture. Look at down green box. Horticulture is the science or art of cultivating fruits, vegetables, flowers or ornamental plants. Okay students, today you have to show activity in page number 127. How to help the farmer to reach his field. And page number 131, you have to fill in the blanks it. Okay, first 3 have shown no. Find out the following. You have to write and show to me. Okay students, I hope you understand the class. We will meet on next class.